All right, men in the 40s.
Well, I haven't seen anybody come by here for a while.
Your third place male in the 40s running the 5K this morning with a time of 40:20. That is Chris Duville, who is probably here with Kendall, I bet. Your second place male in the 40s, a time of 34:21. Again, keeping it in the family, that's Scott Kugel. And your first place male in the 40s, running a time this morning of 27:29. Also here from La Junta, Ray Torres. Way to go, Ray.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Today's my birthday.
Your birthday, this 10K runner coming in under 1 hour 20. This is the way to spend your birthday morning. She'll make up for it by ingesting certain calories later today. All right, your females in the 40s now. Your third place female, a time of 28:39. That is Suzanne Frank. Your second place female in the 40s, a time of 26:33. Michelle Bars. Hey, Michelle, thanks for waiting around for us. And your first place female with a time of 25:28. That would be Danelle Ford of the Running Ford family. Hey, Danelle! All right, men in the 50s now. We'll start with your third place male, a time of 30:26. That would be Pete Mayer. Pete. Your second place male in the 50s, a time of 27:23. That's David Gressel. Nice running, David. Your first place male in the 50s. First place male in the 50s, a time of 26:21. A great time. That would be David Brossman. Nice running, David. There's your first place male. Thanks, David. Thanks for sticking around. All right, females in the 50s. Your third place female in the 50s, a time of 32:28. That would be Suzanne Dumford. Suzanne. Your second place female, a time of 26:31. That's Christina King. And your first place female in the 50s, a time of 26:29, coming in just 2 seconds ahead of that second place finisher, Laura Pals. Nice running, Laura. Pouring it on at the end to come in first. You're welcome. All right, up in age group now. Men in the 60s. We'll start with your third place male with a time of 34:03. That would be Dave Maxwell. Nice running, Dave. 64 and looking great. Your second place male in the 60s, a time of 28:43, a sub 35K, also 64, Steve Whitehead. Steve, nice running. And your first place male in the 60s with a time of 25:50. He's 63, it's Michael Poor. Michael, if you're here. Okay.
Okay, this is, I think, one of the most beautiful weeks.
Let's move up one. Women in the 60s.
You guys did a good job.
Your second place. Second place female in the 60s with a time of 53:23. That would be Angela McGorson. Angela? Yeah.
Oh, the water's not good for
Taking second today. Nicely done.
Makeup on, didn't run or anything.
And your first place female in the 60s with a time of 26:24, that would be Cindy Sutton. Cindy, if you're here, congratulations.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, for today.
And now we move up to the males, age 70 and up.
Oh, really? Yeah.
We start with your second place male in the 5K, coming in under 45 minutes, a time of 44:39. He's 84 years old, Eddie Lyons. Eddie! Eddie, you look great coming across here. You've done this before. That's your second place male, 70 and up. 84 and still running great this morning. Way to go, Eddie. And your first place male, 70 and up, with a time of 41:55. and he is just freshly in this age group because he is 70. Thomas Sweets. Thomas, you move up in age group, you still win it. Welcome up. All right, no females 70 and up that we have today. So there's your 5Ks. And because updated 10K results have been handed to me, let's do the 10K while we're standing right. Yeah, I know, you're shaking your head. Yeah! No sense in waiting a half an hour. Or 5 minutes. Let's get this done. All right, let's do your 10K results. Let's start with your overall male 10K winner. With a time of 35:54, that would be Matt Thompson. Matt coming in first here this morning. Here's your first place 10K finisher. Your first place female finisher this morning with a time of 38:38. Keeping things nice and symmetric this morning. That's Jennifer Pratt. Jennifer, your first place female overall this morning. All right, moving up to the ages now. We'll start with the boys and the teens. And your first place male finisher, I got to make sure I get this right here, with a time of 59 minutes even, 15-year-old Abby Dempsey. Abby, let's make sure you're a male with a name like Abby, just making sure. And let's do your males in the 20s. They don't have any females in the teens. Males in the 20s in the 10K this morning. We'll start with your third place male, running 55:26. That's Lino Mora, third place this morning. Your second place male in the 20s, a time of 45:36. That would be Matthew Senderhoff. And your first place male in the 20s, running your 10K this morning, a time of 45:16. That is Joe Donahue. Joe, winning your age group this morning. Can't miss those shoes. Got to be the shoes, Mars. It's the shoes. Now, females in the 20s, your third place female with a time of 47:07. That's Tracy Johnson. Tracy. Second place female in the 20s, a time of 42:39. Carly Howard. Nice running, Carly. Come on under that thing. And your first place female in the 20s, running a time of 40:40. Another nice symmetric time. That would be Emily Van Meter. Emily taking your first place this morning. Males in the 30s now. Your third place male with a time of 41:39. That is George Roche. George of the Running Roche family. Your second place male in the 30s, a time of 41:38. That is Andrew Fields. And your first place male in the 30s, coming in at 38:14, Peter Scoffin. Peter, right over here. Looking great when you came across, man. First place. Thank you very much. Thanks for getting out here. All right, females in the 30s now. Let's start with your third place female, coming in with a time of 50 minutes even. That's a nice, great looking time. 50 minutes even, your third place female, Laura Noonan. Laura. Your second place female in the 30s, a time of 47:25. That would be Allison Eichten. Allison. And your first place female in the 30s, a time of 44:55, Cheryl Staley, visiting us from Grand Junction, coming across the state and winning her age group. It's worth the trip.
Here are my friends who usually
Thanks for being here, Cheryl.
I did the 5K today with someone else, but they did the
Okay.
10K. I haven't seen them.
Men in the 40s. We'll start with our second place male in the 40s, running the 10K. A time of 56:53. That's Ted Gomez. That's the way, Ted. Taking second this morning. Winning his age group in the men in the 40s with a time of 47:12. That would be Scott Garber. Scott.
You know what I mean? But I just want to make sure that...
Females in the 40s now. We'll start with our third place female a time of 53:38. That would be Rhonda Henkel. Rhonda taking third. Your second place female in the 40s, a time of 53:05. That is Melissa Lamili. Melissa? Your first place female in the 40s with a time of 44:56. That's Julie Hagen. Julie, nice running this morning.
Like this?
Men in the 50s now. Your third place male with a time of 49:41. Coming down from Loveland, that's Paul Harding.
You know what that's for.
Your second place male coming in 1 second faster, a time of 46:40. Also from Loveland, I'm going to guess they know each other, Dave Heinz takes second place.
We can scoot back around.
And your first place male in the 50s with a time of 44:49. That would be Jim Langley. Jim. All right, females in the 50s. Your third place female taking a time of 1 hour, 1 minute, 12 seconds. That would be Sharon Davis. Sharon, third place. Your second place female in the 50s, a time of 52:19. That is Sue Chandler. Sue, yeah. Big smile for you, Sue. Taking second place in your age group. And your first place female in the 50s, a time of 50:22. That would be Sarah Stevens. Sarah, good running this morning.
Keep on running.
Welcome to the age group. All right, men in the 60s.
Good job, guys.
Your third place male in the 60s with a time of 59:58. Squeezing it in just under 1 hour. That would be James Dill. Yeah, James. He's been here before. He's wearing his Parkdale Panther shirt. Sub 60 minute 5K runner. Way to go, James. Your second place male in the 60s, a time of 59:01. That is Max Stafford, running this morning at 69 years old. And your first place male in the 60s, a time of 57:57. That would be Rick Jones this morning. Yeah, Rick. Keeping it in the family, you guys. Nicely done. All right, females in the 60s.
Guys.
We'll start with your third place female with a time of 57:34. That would be Deborah Stafford. Your second place female in the 60s with a time of 54:16. Lou Ann Taylor. Yeah. And your first place female in the 60s, coming in under 50 minutes, a time of 49:30. That would be Tina Albert. Tina. And let's say congratulations to our men 70 and up. Men 70 and up now. Your second place male 70 and up with a time of 1:04:14. Gene Wilson. Way to go, Gene. Rockies fan coming in second place. Nicely done. And your first place male in the 60s with a time of 1:03:16. 78 years young. That's Ross Wesley, who we've seen out here plenty of times. No surprise that Ross wins his age group. And yes, we have a female in the 70 up category. That would be with a time of 58:13. Ross, she beat the pants off you. That would be Connie Arnsbrack, age 75. Congratulations, Connie. Those are your results. The rain has let up, but it does not let up our appreciation from all the runners, vendors, helpers, volunteers also. Thank you, everybody, for helping out here at the inaugural Arvada Park to Park run this morning. Get home, take a warm shower, dry off, and get under a good blanket.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all for being here. Take food. Take some of those burritos.
I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to unplug these cables and then turn off the generator and drop it in one plug.